Welcome back to Royal Empire, where we dive deep into the stories shaking the monarchy and beyond. Buckle up, because today we're unpacking a whirlwind of resurfaced rumors surrounding Meghan Markle that have the internet buzzing like never before. You won't believe how one old clip exploded everything wide open. Stay with me. This gets intense. Nobody saw it coming. Not because it was brand new information, but because many thought these whispers from the past were long forgotten and buried. Then, out of nowhere, a short audio clip resurfaced and took over social media, reigniting accusations that had faded years ago. Meghan Markle's name was trending everywhere, tied to old claims that refused to stay quiet. What makes this so gripping? Let's break it down together. It all started with Kevin Blatt, a well-known celebrity tape broker, sharing his story on the podcast Your Mom's House. He described getting a shocking call back in 2018 from a woman in Canada who wanted a secure line. She claimed to have material involving a model and actress named Meghan, who was apparently about to marry into royalty. Blatt talked about emails and details from a photographer in Florida, but he never released anything concrete. Still, that level of specificity hooked everyone online. Gossip channels ran with it, framing him as someone who knows the ins and outs of Hollywood scandals. Even without hard proof, the story spread like wildfire because it fit into existing narratives people love to debate. Then Lady Colin Campbell added serious fuel during her appearances. She's no stranger to royal commentary, and when asked about these claims, she said she'd been aware of similar material for years and had even seen some of it, though she expressed doubts about parts. She mentioned things possibly being removed from the internet in the past due to privacy issues or leaks. In the world of online chatter, her careful words were heard loud and clear by many as indirect confirmation. Supporters saw it as vague insinuation, while others took it as validation that something real was being hidden. Lady C's reputation for insider knowledge made her comments impossible to ignore, turning speculation into full-blown trends. The conversation quickly split into theories. One side focused on privacy violations, suggesting any material was private and circulated without consent. The other side speculated it might have been more intentional, comparing it to moments where celebrities use exposure for career boosts. Timelines got scrutinized. Old photos from parties in the Hamptons or trips around 2016, right before Meghan met Harry, were pulled up and analyzed endlessly. Family comments resurfaced too, like old interviews from relatives using similar phrases, adding a personal layer that feels raw and insider. As clips went viral, Meghan stayed silent. No statements, no responses. In gossip circles, that quiet approach gets interpreted in wildly different ways. Some see it as rising above baseless attacks, refusing to engage with recycled drama. Others view it as letting the rumors fester unchecked. Algorithms love the controversy, pushing reaction videos and breakdowns higher than any clarifications. Silence creates space for endless theories, and right now, that's exactly what's happening. Recently, attention turned to old photos circulating again, including one that supposedly shows a figure resembling Meghan at a gathering linked to controversial circles, like with associates of Jeffrey Epstein. Blogs and channels claim it's from years ago, placing her in elite networks the palace would rather forget. No solid proof ties her directly, but the suggestions alone have gossip communities exploding, connecting dots to Prince Andrew's past issues and even mentions in old legal discussions about potential witnesses. Sources close to Meghan describe the toll this takes. Constant emotional strain from years of these cycles resurfacing. Supporters call it unfair targeting, while critics say it raises too many questions. The palace reportedly braces for fallout, with tensions rising behind closed doors. One thing's clear. In today's digital age, old stories don't die. They just wait for the right moment to trend again. Fast forward to now, And those persistent claims about Meghan's pre-royal Hollywood days are circling yet again. Pulled back into the spotlight by ongoing chatter about elite circles and controversial connections. Gossip channels and social media keep replaying blurred old photos from parties or trips, speculating about links to figures like Jeffrey Epstein's associates. But fact-checkers and major outlets have repeatedly called these out as unproven and often manipulated. No verified evidence has ever surfaced tying Meghan directly to anything improper. Yet the speculation machine runs full speed, mixing timelines and shadows into headline-grabbing theories. Lady Colin Campbell hasn't backed down either. She's been vocal in interviews, sticking to her stance that she's heard and seen things over the years that raise eyebrows, while carefully noting her doubts on specifics. Her comments get clipped and shared endlessly, turning measured words into fuel for debate. Supporters dismiss it as recycled insinuation from known critics, but detractors treat it like insider confirmation, keeping the conversation polarized and trending. Meanwhile, family echoes add another layer. Old quotes from relatives resurface at the worst moments, framing personal grudges as revelations. It's the kind of raw, insider feel that gossip thrives on, even when it's tangled in years of estrangement. And then there's the silence from Meghan's side. No direct responses, just focus on her projects and philanthropy. Critics spin that as evasion, while fans see it as smartly ignoring noise that fact-checks keep debunking. The bigger picture? This cycle feels endless because the internet loves unresolved mystery. Every vague photo or throwback comment gets dissected, timelines rewritten, motives questioned. Ties to Prince Andrew's past issues get dragged in too, with wild theories about overlapping social worlds. But again, no solid links proven. Sources close to the couple talk about the heavy emotional weight. Years of these loops taking a real toll, turning private life into constant speculation. As 2025 wraps up, Meghan's pushing forward with her lifestyle brand and holiday vibes. But the shadow of these rumors lingers, amplified by algorithms and reaction content. The palace stays quiet, Harry protective as ever, and the online divide grows sharper. One side calling it unfair targeting, the other demanding answers that may never come. What's your take on all this? Relentless recycled drama, or something more? Are these claims finally fizzling out, or will they keep resurfacing? Share in the comments. Smash that like if you're glued to these royal roller coasters, and subscribe to Royal Empire.